Thank you Cooksu for sponsoring today's video. iPhone 15 Pro. This is the first time I've bought an iPhone at day one, and I'm here to tell you an honest experience after 3 months of daily use. So let's start from cameras. Absolutely, this is a big deal, especially with the tech progress slowing down on smartphones. As a content creator, I really like having top-notch quality right in my pocket. Yeah, there are times I don't want to carry around a separate camera. Knowing I can count on a device like this is a big deal. Switching from an iPhone 13 to an iPhone 15 Pro was a pretty major move for me. I usually take pictures in RAW, even though they use more space. This is a better format in order to edit photos. The cool thing about this phone is that for social media or web use, it can easily replace a real camera. The pics get compressed and most people see them on small screens. I use RAW because I edit all my photos afterward on Lightroom Mobile. This app used to be just for computers, but now it's just as good as on iPhone and iPad. This year they added the ability to record videos in log format, and that's a game changer for video work. For everyday users, all these fancy features might seem like too much, but since it's an iPhone Pro, it's made for pros. Next up we have USB-C. Does it really matter? Well, it depends on what you need. If you have had Apple devices before, you probably have a bunch of lightning cables, so switching to a different port might be a bit of hassle. I say it depends, but just having the USB-C is more convenient for few reasons. Think about times when you are with friends and you don't have your charger. It's much easier for them to have a USB-C cable to help out. This is happening because USB-C is becoming a standard, and that's why Apple had to switch too. But wait, there's more. If you use different accessories with your iPhone, it's way easier to find ones that work. You don't need a bunch of adapters for one thing. It's like plug and play. And finally, for videos, if you choose to record with this iPhone in log, the files will be big. That's why for long videos, using an external memory is almost a must. And guess what? It usually comes with a USB-C cable, making things a lot simpler. Talking about iPhone accessories, I have created a dedicated page for all my favorite products, and you can find the link in description. Among them, I can't help but mention one of the products I genuinely use the most. This foldable 3-in-1 wireless charger from my friends at Cooksu. I've already talked to you about these products in the past because they are perfect, especially where you are on the go. The quality of the materials is really high, and they aren't those typical plastic products. That's one of the reasons why I chose to collaborate with this brand. Next up, there's the action button, and here I want to be completely honest with you. I don't use it very much personally. Yes, there are many different uses and you can connect custom shortcuts and display drop-down menus, but especially with the drop-down menu part, I don't think it makes much sense. It just makes things more complicated. I mean, I think this button should do one thing quickly. Otherwise, it kind of loses its point, you know? Although it just do one thing, the only way to use it is to hold it down. Apple doesn't let us use a double or triple click to do a different action, so it only works in one direction. For example, if you want to use the button to control your smart lights, you can only turn them off or on, not both. This is one of the reasons for which I don't use this button very much, and I wouldn't say that the action button would be a feature to switch to the new iPhone. By the way, there are rumors about the next iPhone having a capture button, which might replace or be added to this one, so keep that in mind. In the end, is it worth upgrading to this new iPhone? If you have an iPhone from the 13 and up, I think the upgrade might not be worth it just yet. Maybe wait another year or two. I switched from the iPhone 13 to this new iPhone because I was interested in all the new features that were introduced by Apple, because I actually use my phone for both work and passion. However, if you have an iPhone below the 13, you should consider to upgrade only if you really need one of the new features introduced with the iPhone 15, such as for example the recording of videos in log. But if you are a regular user, I recommend looking at the basic versions like iPhone 15 and 15 Plus because they are excellent alternatives. Also, an iPhone 14 Pro is still very a current smartphone to consider. So this has been my experience with the iPhone 15 Pro after 3 months of heavy use. Let me be clear, this device is fantastic and I'm absolutely happy with the experience I've had so far. Just thought about how most people would use it, and because of the price, I'd suggest it only if you really plan to use it like a pro. Let me know in the comments your opinion, and wishing you the best. See you soon.